Previously on additions to the collection.
And that is Dinner with Leatherface. Cool artwork, edition like that. Very nice edition. Comes in a Scanova case underneath the slip. Pick this one up. Very good, very atmospheric. 100 Tears. Hardware, not one of Carpenter's best, but I felt like upgrading it because I know how good the Screen Factory 4K transfers are. Yard Shift. This is a brilliant, underrated Stephen King adaptation. Hello! Right, so I said I would probably do additions to the collection part 2. That is coming to fruition because I wasn't going to buy much this month and I did my best, but Amazon had so many good deals. I've just been picking up bits that I've missed out on a reduced price on Amazon. I'll talk about some of the prices, some of the bargains I've acquired this month. Obviously I did part 1 to this additions to the collection. Not sure how many titles there is here. I'm just going to do a quick count. The figure might be slightly off, so there's about 20 here to show. A couple of them I have shown in previous videos, like pickups videos, haul videos, which I did at the beginning of last week. Those I will do my best to try and get out of the way as quick as possible. So here's a few that I have shown in another video, but if you just watch additions to the collection, then you're fine. But picked up Effects and Effects 2, no idea what these films are about. They look fun. The new artwork sold me for it. I thought I'd pick it up with it being a nice Arrow edition. Yeah. Looks fun enough. I've heard they're not great, but could be good. Upgrade, which I haven't done many of this month, and that's Two Evil Eyes, Romero and Argento's collaboration. Brilliant film. Got the Blue Underground 4K. No doubt we'll get an 88 Films Italian collection release at some point, but that'll be good for now. Random studio release. I picked up Wolfman. Didn't go for the 4K, and I'm so glad I didn't. Now, I haven't got a problem with trying things in 4K, but with certain films, I just want to see them or watch them on physical media because I missed them at the cinema. So I picked up Wolfman, and it was an okay film. It had kind of good atmosphere and things like that, and an okay idea behind it, but I wasn't overall absolutely thrilled by it, so I didn't need this one on 4K, so that was a good decision. You know, paying the £10 less and getting it for 15 as opposed to 25. This one I did really like. Megan is Missing. This was a good found footage movie. Yeah, the last 20 minutes are the most eventful, but without the sort of meandering beginning to the film and slow start where you're just watching some random girl's kind of average to boring home movie, then the final 20 minutes won't be as impactful. If it was just action and, you know, violence all the way through, then it won't be the film that it is. I think it's quite a smart little film because it does found footage well. It puts you in false pretenses. You're kind of calm watching this boring like home movie, you know, with a few more interesting bits woven in there. But if you didn't have that kind of calm before the storm, then it wouldn't be the same film, would it? That's my opinion on Megan is Missing. Not for everybody. It's not going to be. Some people are just going to find it damn right boring. I thought it was an interesting film, and I thought the way they put you into that false sense of security for the first sort of 45 minutes was a good method to actually highlight the like drasticness of the final finale of the film. Been picking up some Visual Vengeance stuff. Good line. Lots of kind of like little 80s like low budget treasures. It's a hit or miss label. They do great packaging with great slip covers and they give you sticks and things inside, but you do get some stinkers, and here is one of them that I picked up, and that's a Lycan Colony from 2006. So it's a later low budget movie. It's very, very rubbish. It doesn't have the charm of, say, an 80s one, especially the charm of one that I'm going to show in a moment. This was just had like, you know, with it being a more modern low budget, it had no charm. It had some really ropey CGI in there, which can be forgivable in an older movie of its time. But in 2006, they shouldn't have even used CGI for a movie that's this low budget. They should have done without. Yeah, it looks really bad. The CGI looks ropey and really shoehorned in. The story's just all over the place and rubbish. It's just not a very good film. Lycan Colony. There's, you know, even the Lycan's werewolf things don't even look that great in it. Not a very good one, that one. I didn't enjoy that. One I did enjoy, and I'll probably call this my film of the week, in all of its retro, nasty VHS, vintage VHS looking, gory glory, and that's The Abomination. This was a lot of fun. Yeah, It's a rubbish, low budget, like 80s grimy looking film. It looks like it's straight off a VHS. There's no fancy polished transfers here. You've got a creature that's taken over a house. It's got great practical special effects for the creature. There's a little look at some images on the back if you can see them. This guy's being controlled by the monster that lives in the house, in the cupboards. You know, it's got mouths coming out of the cupboard under the sink. It's got teeth coming out of the drains. You imagine it, and this monster just looks amazing. The special effects were awesome practical effects, and that can make or break a low budget film like this, and it made this. Yep, rubbish storyline, just what you want. Load of 80s trash, cheesy, grimy, gritty, looks nasty, gory special effects when people are being fed to the huge monster that's inhabited the cupboards and the walls of this house. Yeah, The Abomination, that's my film of the week. Just the way it looked, a good piece of retro, grimy, gritty VHS nastiness right there. Loved it. Another one on the visual vengeance line, as you can see, I picked a fair few up, is Kung Fu Rascals. Looks fun, not watched it yet. And I picked up, this is one I've not shown yet, and that's The Wrong Door. I thought this looked pretty good. You get this nice edition like that. Comes with a bunch of stuff like a poster and stickers. Don't know if I really need to open that one, but anyway, I'm not too sure what it's about. I'll read the back slightly. Ted Farrell has lived for mysteries and drama his whole life while attending college. He proves to be a sound designer with a knack for audio thrillers, but his life is about to imitate his art. Fate places him at the doorstep of a beautiful young woman who will soon end up murdered and found in his car with no explanation. His night insanity quickly spirals out of control as he races to avoid becoming the next victim of the killer on the loose. So sounds like an interesting one. The trailer looked good. Some crazy stuff. Look at that guy. He's jesting around all dressed like a jester. Do one more. Picked up this one, got a couple of bits cheap from HMV. This was a really good deal. It's a movie I have seen before. I watched it on Shudder some years ago, and that is The Transfiguration. It's another sort of grounded take on the whole like vampire genre. It's about this kid lives in the city, and he thinks he's a vampire and stuff like that. Very subtle, slow burn. That's the Transfiguration, but it's an interesting one. I did quite enjoy this, and I thought for like £7 or £6.99, however much it was from HMV, I thought it was well worth it. I won't bother opening that one though. Still got a few to show. Okay, let's do one more before the commercial break. The AGFA horror trailer show. Now this is basically a load of vintage, compilation of vintage old horror trailers, a lot of retro stuff, retro slashers, you name it, thrillers, couple of recognizable ones on there. Sat and watched this with my friend, had a few drinks, we really enjoyed it. It's 80 minutes just of VHS trailer carnage, you know, very retro looking trailers, got a lot of sleazy stuff in there. Looks like it's straight off a video cassette. And yeah, I did notice Final Exam and some other films in there, but yeah, a lot of fun. I think especially it's even got a short film on there, but you get that underneath, reversible artwork. But got this for £9 off Amazon. I wasn't going to get it, but I thought for £9 I'll pick it up, because sometimes these trailer compilations go out of print and they can be quite hard to come by, but they're great party pieces and you can just have a blast with them on in the background. Fantastic. One more pick up, then we need a break. So I picked up Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense. Also stars, what's the kid called? Haley Joel Osment. Yeah, most people know The Sixth Sense. It's got a bit of a twist in there, a little revelation that comes into fruition towards the climax of the film. This kid can basically communicate with the dead. He sees dead people, which is a famous line in the film. Yeah, really good movie. I've not seen it for 20 odd years. I cannot wait to get this on in 4K. Not too sure what the transfer's like. I just saw it on Amazon at a really good price, so I thought I'd snag it and pick some. You know, like I said, I was going to leave pickups this month, but there was so many good deals on Amazon. Instead of buying loads of limited editions and things like that, I've got a few here. I went for the more like, let's pick up some titles that I've missed, even standard releases. Plenty more to come. I've got about like another like 10 or so, 12 titles to show in my pickups. A lot of them you won't have seen in other videos, and I'll be back right after these messages. Hi, I'm a physical media junkie, a Blu-ray addict, a 4K connoisseur. In this new 8-part series, I'll be documenting my life living with Blu-rays. Who needs a wife? Who needs a family? We got Blu-rays, and I'll be documenting my experience living with my Blu-ray pals in this all new upcoming series. Sometimes it feels like more of an addiction than a hobby, but one thing that is quite rewarding is that the dogs love the Blu-rays. Hello, look, they're such good friends. Oh, I've got my head screwed on tight. Have you got your head screwed on? People ask me, are you a physical media collector? I say no, they are family. The Blu-rays, they are living, breathing creatures to be respected, appreciated and beloved. They come with their fantastic boxes and supplements. They're not just some disc you put in a player. They're not just for Christmas. They're not just something you can just discard and get rid of at a whim. You know, they're for life. The Blu-rays, they're living and breathing. They're in me and they're in my head. Sometimes they say things I shouldn't hear. Last night was a total bender. Me and my Crawl Space Blu-ray, we went out on the lash. We got absolutely smashed. We're just recovering. We're going to have a strawberry banana smoothie with blueberries for breakfast, and then we've got a very fun day planned because me and the Crawl Space Blu-ray, we're not just going to sit around with a hangover. We're actually going to the zoo. Yes, the both of us going to the zoo. Can't wait. My name's Grumpy Lola, and I love Blu-rays. I love physical media. I love 4Ks, limited editions, slip boxes, slip covers, Amory cases, Skinovo cases. They're always watching. They're always listening. Blu-ray Junkie Journal, Thursday at 8 on Skin Crawlers. What? Anyway, let's resume after that commercial break. So picked up a animated film. Heard this one's pretty good from a few people, and I've on a few of their videos, you know, in the past when they picked it up at I think it was kind of out at the end of last year. I'm probably a little bit late with it, but I thought it looked like a good one just to put on if you fancy something a little more endearing and calmer. So I got the Wild Robot. Apparently this is pretty good. Looks like a good DreamWorks animation, you know, the same studio that did stuff like Shrek. That was a good one back in the day. So I thought I'd check out the Wild Robot. Don't know what to expect, but it looks like a lot of fun. I won't unseal this one because it's just a bare bones standard release. Didn't opt for the 4K. I thought for this one I'll check out the Blu-ray, but you can get, you know, some good animated movies out there, and I think Disney have taken a hit a little bit because even a lot of anime stuff's more interesting than Disney. And the Wild Robot looks good. I thought the Super Mario Brothers movie from a couple of years ago was really good. Another new pickup, and that is Slaughterhouse. It's got a sort of sorority theme running through it. It's set at a sorority house where there's loads of girls attending. They're looking to elect their president. The president, who's basically a presidential tyrant, has been the president of the house for a very long time. This other girl decides to run up against her because she now has in her possession a cute sloth mascot. Turns out the sloth's a murderous bloody killer that basically goes crazy and slashes people up. Yeah, not too bad. I like the kind of like audacity of stuff like the title with the play on the words slaughterhouse and changing it into Slaughterhouse. You know, it looks like a typical good bad movie. It's not awful. It's kind of run of the mill to me. I wasn't overly keen on the characters. I thought the main protagonist and she was okay. A lot of the characters are insufferable. Some of them are a little bit better. The sloth is rather cool. It's got a sort of like a puppet sloth in it that looks okay. You know, it doesn't look realistic one bit, but it has a sloth in there that basically turns out to be a murderous killer sloth that goes on a rampage when the sorority sisters are locked in the house for their presidential election and that. Yeah, not bad. Not too bad. There's a look on the back. You sort of get the gist of things. But it was a cheap pickup as well. Quite a new one. I think it got released end of last year. I managed to get it for about £7. So can't complain on that. Picked up I have shown this one, but picked up the limited edition of Trancers. Watched it the other night for the first time. Not a bad sci-fi movie. It's only 75 minutes long, which is a plus. It doesn't actually like outstay its welcome. but I thought overall it was a little bit uneventful. I did kind of like the cheesy cheesiness of it though, very like mid-80s, very cheesy. The main character, that guy's pretty cool, like to watch as a character, typical like cheesy action hero. But yeah, it was okay, not bad sci-fi action transfers. Picked up a couple of Criterion releases at good prices. Now, I didn't get the 4Ks. I've opted more for Blu-ray just lately because I don't need these films on 4K. They're going to look stunning enough in Blu-ray. So I picked up 1954's original Japanese black and white Godzilla. Really nice release. I meant to get the 4K last year, but I missed out buying other like stuff and spending a lot of money on limited editions. So it's nice to actually just pick up some standard stuff. There you go. It's a region B Blu-ray. It's just a Blu-ray release. Comes with the lovely like supplements poster and the disc. If I can just get that right. I think that was the wrong way. There we go. Just get a good look at that. Godzilla. Yeah, a really nice edition. Comes in the lovely case. And I also picked up a newer release from Criterion, another Godzilla. Godzilla vs. Biolante, or Biolant. That one. Biolante, I think it is, that big creature in the background. Got a bit of a glare, but look at that. Lovely artwork. Another region B. This one's from 1989, so it's a newer Godzilla film. Again, you get the cool poster and the disc art, just like that. I might even take this poster out because it does look pretty cool. It has a lot of information because Criterion, you always get, they don't got a print and you always get a poster or a booklet. That's what it looks like. Pretty nice that. Yeah, looking forward to checking these out. They make good background material. Say if you're doing something else or having a few drinks with a buddy, throw something like Godzilla on in the background, some, you know, Monster Mayhem. There you go, there's those two. Picked up a couple of Criterions. Very happy with those pickups. I nearly bought the big book, you know, the big coffee table book with all the Godzilla movies in from Criterion, but I didn't want to quite drop 100 odd on Godzilla movies, so I just went for these two like that. One I've been meaning to get for a while, and I'm actually going to open it up because I haven't done yet. Still in the seal. As you can tell, it's a yellow Shameless release, and that is Cannibal Ferox, or Ferox, directed by Umberto Lenzi, who I think is a fair director. So I picked up this Shameless release of Cannibal Ferox. Good price off HMV. I only paid about £7 for it. Saw this one on a few channels. I'll try and name them, a couple of the guys out of the WhatsApp group on their channels. One of them I saw it on was, yeah, I'll just show the disc first, but this is Castaway, the original film. I've seen the Tom Hanks one, and I'm actually looking forward to this one more. It's got Oliver Reed in it. Looks super cool. New release from 88 Films. I saw this on Stuart George's channel. He had it in one of his latest pickup videos, and Ash from Popcorn and Horror had it on his latest monthly haul video, and I thought, well, yeah, I think I'll grab this one. So after seeing it on Stuart's channel, I picked it up. Saw it again on a couple more channels, one of them being Popcorn and Horror, Ash's channel, and he was saying, yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it's a good watch. I don't know much about it. I can remember the Tom Hanks one a little bit, but this is a really nice edition with a good slipcover. You got the two people there. I assume they have some sort of relationship, but looks interesting. I didn't mind the Tom Hanks one, but I think this one would be better because I do prefer the kind of aesthetic of older movies and things like that. When's it from? Like the 70s? Oh, the 80s? No, surely not. It's saying 1987, 1986, so that's an old Oliver Reed. I should a couple more to show then, and I'll wrap this thing up. But I picked up Kung Fu Trailers of Fury. Now this is a Severin release. It's a UK edition. It's another trailer compilation. I enjoyed the Agfa Horror Show that much. I thought I would treat me and my buddy when we drink in the week to the Kung Fu Trailers of Fury. So it features, you know, trailers from Bruce Lee movies, and a whole bunch of Dragon Lee, Jackie Chan, and Jimmy Wang Yu, and a whole bunch of martial arts characters from HMV. Very good price. I think I paid under £10 for it. Can't remember the exact amount, but it was good enough. I'll just take it out of the seal. Been a bit quick fire on this one, but I did have quite a lot to show. Obviously I did that recap at the beginning of the video, so you didn't have to see me go through part one's editions again, but that's a look at the cover. Really cool like cover, clear amaret case. It is 120 minutes worth of kung fu trailers, crazy kung fu trailers, like I said, featuring guys like Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee. The years covered in this trailer compilation are 1972 to 1983, so that's 11 years, and they're all in colour. There's a look at the disc, no reversible art. So they're cool just to throw on. Thought I'll pick a couple of them up. And my final pickup, and it's one that looks super fun. I've been meaning to get it for ages. It's on BFI. It came out in November. It was released last November 2024. It retailed at $16.99. I went to buy it the other night because I've been meaning to. Again, for background material when you're drinking with a buddy or something, throw this on. I love Vincent Price. I love a lot of his movies. I have most of them on Blu-ray and a couple on 4K, including The Witchfinder General. And I thought I'd get cooking price-wise. It's a Vincent Price cooking show. Basically be Vincent Price with guests, mingling, talking, you know, having a good time, having a laugh, and basically cooking. And I thought it'd be really good background material. It's on BFI, came out last year. It's 143 minutes of the show, cooking price-wise. So some good pickups this month. The Abomination being my favourite Visual Vengeance pickup, because I picked up about 4 or 5 of those titles. Can't wait to watch Cooking price-wise. The Agfa Horror Trailer Show compilation was brilliant. Castaway looks good. I've been meaning to watch Cannibal Ferox for a long time. The 2 Godzilla movies will be fun. Lycan Colony was awful. Megan is Missing was a really well done found footage movie, I thought. And then I've got the other ones that I've picked up as well, so quite a lot this month. But anyway, that's all my pickups, and I'll see you on the next video. Not sure what I'm going to be doing on the channel this week. I will try something that's interesting and engaging. We will see. Yeah, what did you think of my pickups for this month? No, let me know in the comments section. See you on the next video. And yes, this has been additions to the collection, so it is predominantly a physical media pickups, physical media haul video. But I just wanted to show this one I got. It's a Spirit Halloween Leatherface statue, and it is just a phenomenal thing. Like, look at the detail. Goes down there. It's on a beautiful base with pumpkins. He's got his foot squishing one of the pumpkins. You've got a bloody skeleton surrounded by blood. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And that's how it looks. I've got something else coming that I'm going to stick there. I've got Sheriff Hoyt over there. Let's just play it. And that's the noise it makes. I know I did a short on this, but I thought I'd just show you guys again. Look at the detail. And believe it or not, that plastic chainsaw is actually quite sharp. It's not sharp enough to cut you, but it's sharp enough. But yeah, there's my trick called Spirit Halloween, should I say. I was about to say Trick or Treat Studios. Spirit Halloween Leatherface model. And then I also picked up Sam. Been meaning to get this one for a while with the light up pumpkin. That plays the theme from the movie Trick or Treat, the score. And there he is. But yeah, this Leatherface statue is just amazing. Yeah, I love this thing. Anyway, that's the actual end of the video now, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.